guitar. It's like a Santana version because I love Santana.
Oh yeah, no, Santana's great.
So soulful. So I just love playing the instrument, and I used it for the whole album. But then Blocktane directed me as terms of what sounds like. Do we need some distortions and delay, those kinds of things, which was cool. Cool. Yeah. So when I get the electric guitar out, I under Wilson Fernandez. I have this pet idea of maybe doing something together again, but like something lo-fi-ish, but almost all the sounds derived from the guitar, like in some way, like synthesizing them or something, but using a nylon string. So that one I would release under there. Wilson Fernandez, experimental.
Very cool. Awesome. So the first song that we're going to listen to from that album is Loss, which also features Kairos. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so. I've never really asked him how to pronounce it.
And he is another lo-fi artist.
Yeah, we've worked together like 20 times probably.
Oh man, for years, right? You know,
ancient
going way
history.
back. All right, well, here is Loss from the album Dreams Never Die, Part 1. And we are back. So now the second piece we are going to hear is Riverside Dreams. Do you have anything you'd like to say about that piece?
Yeah. Another one of my naming styles is listening to the piece and like thinking what it kind of sounds like, and then adding not ambience, like atmosphere in the background.
Right.
So I added waves. I think waves and vinyl sounds to this one because when I heard it, I was like, it sounds like I'm by a river, and it also sounds like I'm dreaming. So I just named it Riverside Dreams because I'm so great at the combination of two words.
That's good. I like the title.
Fantastic. All right, well, here is Riverside Dreams. All right, and we are back. So, Blocktane, you are just coming out with new stuff right and left. You released Foolish not that long ago. And
the 22nd, yeah.
Yeah, and then you released 2 songs for a compilation with Speak Less, Listen More records, Falling Forward and Blissful Nights.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about? That's pretty awesome.
Okay, so they had a thread about how they were going to start a compilation. I don't remember when. I think it was August, maybe earlier than August. And I was like, oh, I've always liked Speak Less, Listen More records. And they're relatively small label.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not tiny, but they're not a big label.
Right.
So at the time I was like, okay, I really want to get on this compilation. So I already had a song which was supposed to go into the Stars in Your Night Sky EP originally.
Mm-hmm.
But if you'll listen to Falling Forward compared to the other Stars in Your Night Sky songs,
mm-hmm.
It's just like more melancholy, and that was the theme of the winter Speak Less, Listen More compilation. So I decided to submit it there, and then I also did a track with, I don't know how to exactly pronounce his name, Clin, and he's really cool. I heard his stuff through Purity label,
Mm-hmm.
and I really liked him. So I mashed the style of Trash Head, TRXX, and then Shed, and J-Hove, who are 2 of my favorite artists, and the way they use just straight up sine waves is jarringly cool. So I just took that style and did my best to try to combine it with ambient and then I sent a whip of it to Clint. He added drums. I mixed and mastered the whole thing, sent it to them, and to my surprise, both got accepted into the compilation.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and that was a really happy day. I was really excited to be in that compilation.
Now, would you ever go back to making more electronic music, or do you think you're going to kind of stick with lo-fi from now on?
I don't know. I can see myself in the future kind of like not merging the two, but drawing influences from it, like Nuver does. Really cool artist. He's very ingenious. He kind of draws influences from electronic music, but then also he does lo-fi, obviously, and it gives this really unique style. So I could see myself doing that, but quite honestly, at least under the Blocktane alias, I'm not going to go back to electronic music. I really like lo-fi, and it's where I've had the most success in anything, by far, and the most fun. So I think I'm going to stick with lo-fi for now.
That's awesome. Well, kudos to you for just how accomplished you've been with your music career so far.
Thank you.
Again, at a young age, because it's wild. Like, I have teenagers that are next door to me, and just imagining one of them, coming out and like making music like you, it's just like it's wild. It's wild. But that brings us to the end of our interview. Is there anything else you'd like to say to our listeners?
I'd like to say thank you for listening, obviously. And I'd also like to say thank you to anyone who's listening to my music. The support from my real person friends in the lo-fi community, and everyone in the lo-fi community listening to my music, adding it to their big playlists and stuff like that, has really been motivational and kept me working on lo-fi, which I think is where I want to be. So it's just something I appreciate a lot. To have anyone, if you've listened to my music once, even if you didn't like it, I really appreciate giving it a try, because it's what I want to do. My goal as an artist isn't to get 1 million streams or something. It's to change someone's life for the better. I want to make someone's life better than it would have been without my music. That's my goal as an artist.
That's awesome. That's amazing. That's very selfless.
Yeah. Thanks.
And what about you, William? Anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for having us. I think, it's an interesting thing. We go on Spotify and we have, you can listen to anything, right? There's so much music, and it's daunting that you don't know where to start. So it's people like you, Raffy, that are, shining the light on different artists that makes that a worthwhile thing, because, otherwise you just end up listening to the same stuff you always have, right?
Absolutely,
same 10 songs you've listened to for the last 5 years. And there's so many good artists out there that I think it's so important what you do, and we're just grateful that you had us, and we had a lot of fun. So thank you.
Well, I'll have to have you back on the show when you guys do another collaboration together.
For sure. Yeah, that would be great.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, this has been Raffy, of course, and William Wilson and Blocktane here on Studio Blue Radio. Thanks for listening, and you can catch me every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S., 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. in Italy, Central European Time, and if you live anywhere else, figure it out yourself. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Thank you for listening to Raffa Music Show by Raffaela Madaffari, only on Studio Blue Radio.